Good morning, everyone. Ooh, how's everybody? How's everything going? I was just sitting here watching. I guess, I guess it's still the election. I don't know what this mess is. It's still going on. I don't know why the heck don't they just call Biden the president, take the army or whatever it takes to get rid of Trump, put his butt out, and let's get to business. And they saying they get ready to call it. I believe they're going to get ready to call Pennsylvania. If they call Pennsylvania, it's over. Okay, Biden will be our new president, and Kamala Harris will be the vice president. My personal opinion about Biden winning is he's not going to do the whole 4 years. Not because, and I'm not saying he's not competent to do it, but I believe something may happen. I could be wrong. Hopefully, I am wrong. And then Kamala Harris will become president, the first woman and the first black woman to hold that high of an office. So, but anyway, they, you know, but Trump, he's a whole nother story. He keeps throwing these lawsuits. He's trying to get the lawsuits to the Supreme Court because that's why he stacked it with people who favored him. He feels that they will vote for him, but they already said they are not going to get involved in political action. And although I don't agree with having all conservative judges on the Supreme Court, I see these people as being honorable and who will abide by the Constitution. you know. But you never know. With Trump, you never know. This is his way of stealing the election again by making false claims. And nobody in his party is stopping him. They really need to stop this man. Yes, they do. They really, really do. This man is dangerous. We need to get him out, get Biden in. And once we get Biden in, once Trump is out and going, and we get Biden and Harris in, we need to stand up, especially us black people. We need to stand up and demand that they do the right thing. And and with that, Nancy Pelosi, I think she should be gone. Her day has gone. She had her time and she was good at what she did, and she was good for the time she was in there. Once Biden gets in office, we need to work on getting the squad, the Ilhan. Oh, I cannot say these ladies' names, but look up the squad, the Congress. They call them the squad. It's made up of a Muslim woman, a practicing, a openly Muslim woman, practice at uh, it just got some in, and a black girl. The black girl's name is Ayanna Presley. She's in Congress. They need to get new blood for the House Speaker. And Nancy Pelosi, her time has come and her time is gone. Oh, and if you'll see the screen moving, it ain't y'all, it's me. I'm sitting in my rocker. I'm sitting in my rocker, so rocking back and forth. I was looking at Trump. I had to cut it off because this going back and forth, going to the Supreme Court, you all know that this stuff is lies. Everybody know this stuff that Trump is lying. Ain't no voter fraud. Ain't nobody voted for nobody dead. My grandma's been dead for years, and ain't nobody tried to vote for them. Cause I know if my mom's mom, if my grandma on my mom's side were alive, she would definitely vote Democratic because she went through the Depression, and she was a staunch Democrat until the day she died. So ain't nobody stuffing no ballots. Ain't nobody making no false signatures. Donald Trump need to know that everybody is sick of his butt and his lies and his incompetency. He has let the coronavirus come, decimating the black community. And I don't know about y'all, But if they do find the virus, I ain't taking a vaccine for corona no time soon. Now I ain't gonna lie, I went and took the flu shot, and this year I took the pneumonia shot, 'cause I got asthma and I got another condition. I got two conditions right now. Asthma is a chronic condition. I've had it on ever since I was diagnosed with it at 3 years old. But they told my mother I probably was allergic to it all along. But anyway, so I took the flu shot and I took the pneumonia shot, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm scared of getting this COVID, because COVID gives you viral pneumonia, which affects the lungs, and asthma is a chronic lung disease. A lot of people don't understand that, but asthma, although it it's manageable, it is a life-threatening disease, asthma. And to get COVID and to be an asthmatic, you know, and I'm doing other things. I got another health issue, which is only temporary, but until that clears up, I'm at a double risk of, if I catch the coronavirus, COVID-19, it more than likely will kill me. So, yes, I'm worried about it, but I won't be taking it. I'm going to repeat that again. And to any black people, don't take the first vaccines that come out. See what it does to other people, because they like to use us as guinea pigs. The Tuskegee Experiment started in the 1920s, late 1920s, early 1930s, and lasted until 1972. They made black men guinea pigs because they found a cure for syphilis, but didn't give it to black men because they wanted to see the effects that syphilis had on the brains of the black man. Come on, experimenting, doing crazy stuff. Then there's a thing they did on black women who, in North Carolina, my mom's home state of North Carolina, they did it to black women who they considered to be of lower intelligence. They would sterilize black women they said, to keep from having other, I hate to use this word, but retarded children. And a lot of those women that they sterilized, they were not educated due to segregation. And they sterilized these women without their consent. They have always used us for experimental purposes. They want to see, well, let's see, the black man is supposed to be so inferior to white people. Let's see what it does to the black men. They take us for a joke. And I know I'm going to be all over. I'm talking about a little bit of everything. No, and I'll advise black people, don't take that vaccine as soon as it come out. And I'm a vaccine baby. I was one of the first children to get the polio vaccine. But that had been in the makings for years, and that one, everybody took that one. So if they wanted to kill black people, they was going to have to kill white people, because I remember growing up. I was little, but I remember going outside. My grandmother told me, don't go in nobody's house, because polio is a virus. It's a viral infection, which settles on the spinal cord and causes paralysis. The correct name for polio is poliomyelitis. It's an infection of the spinal cord, and they call it infantile. Sometimes it's referred to as infantile paralysis because it affects mostly children, but some adults did get it. It was a virus, but they found a cure for it. But then everybody was getting it, and they They made it for everybody, you know. So that's that about the coronavirus. Long as Trump go, and then I read somewhere where Steve Bannon, an ally of Donald Trump, called for a drunk white man that had got the nerve not to like black folks. He called for Dr. Fauci, Anthony Fauci, excuse me, to be beheaded, for the Trump supporters to go and behead Fauci. Yeah, this nut called for it. And he's already in jail, so Twitter took his account down. They say it's permanent, you know. So we got to go in there. And the goal, one of the goals people should go to Biden and demand that Nancy Pelosi give up her seat. And I hope some members of the squad like Ayanna Presley, or I cannot say this young lady's name, but I know she is a Puerto Rican. She used to be a waitress. She was a Bernie supporter. And she, Ocasio is her last name. I don't know. I think it's Alexandria Ocasio. But anyway, she's a Puerto Rican young lady from New York. She wants to challenge, excuse me, Nancy Pelosi for her seat as House Speaker, as the majority leader of the House, which I think they should. We need to get more young, progressive-minded people who want to move past this, because if Donald Trump hasn't taught us anything, he has taught us that, honey, white supremacy is real, their racism is real, and it ain't going away. After all these years, it is not going, because these old gray-haired white men do not want to give up their power. Okay? We need to deal with that. And I'm going to say this. Now, this is a controversial stance that I've always had. I am not an integrationist. I am a segregationist. By that, what I mean by segregation, I mean, yeah, we give our nice communities. I don't want to live near them. They don't want me to live near them. They don't want me to be a part of their society, and I don't care to be. I want our own black communities, our own black nation and communities, and I'm saying communities right now, to get our black communities the way they used to be, where black people govern themselves. We never called the cops. Most black communities didn't have the cops come in, so we weren't getting murdered by the cops because we weren't calling them. But in our black community, the black community that I grew up in, black people solved their own problem. If there was a pedophile, the men in the community got by and beat the hell out the guy and ran him out. You know, you didn't have the the thieves and all this nonsense you got going on. And I want black parents to take back disciplining their children. This thing about black people you can't discipline your children because the government says you can't hit them. That's child abuse. My dad always told me and my sister, the day that I cannot tell you, that I cannot discipline you, is the day that you will leave my house. Nobody can come. The white man, nobody is going to come in my house and tell me what I can or can't do in my house to my children. I did not come from an abusive home. There was consequences for every action that I did. If I did good, there were good consequences. If I did something that my parents deemed as not good, I had a consequence for that. And I definitely had a consequence for lying. And I thank God, after seeing Donald Trump and the lies he told and the lies he tells, I am so thankful my mother jumped on my behind about lying. Donald Trump lies. You can see this man doing and say, listen to him say what he's saying. He'll swear he didn't say it. He can lie without batting an eye. you know. So that's what I want. And then black people say we need reparations. Right now, we don't need reparations. We need to build our communities back so we can get on the path to getting not even reparations, getting our own land, having our own country, and not even our. I won't, because in my lifetime, I won't see a I won't see us having a country. But in order to get on that path to having a country, we need to have we need to own some land. Go back to farming. Black farmers were cheated out of their land. The black farmers were cheated out their land. My dad grew up on a farm. He was a farm boy. He came straight out the rural Louisa County of Virginia. Rural Virginia he came out of. The farm was taken because, and a lot of the black farmers did sell their farms, but they got cheated. They didn't get what the farm was really worth. So go back, let us get some land, let us get some businesses, and buy black and become another, build another Black Wall Street, and move on from Black Wall Street and move up the ladder. First, we got to go back in our communities and take, like Diddy's Our Black Party said, go to the municipal elections. I just found out something from my god sister, and I might try to do a stream lab and have her come on and explain it. I've been voting since 1971, and I have never voted in a primary. I I recently, I'd say about maybe 5, 10 years ago, I started voting for the mayor, for mayor, and for the city council of where I grew up at. But I'm going to start paying attention to the primaries, because now I understand. I understand it more. Primaries, if you put them in on the primaries, you are allowed to put the people that have your best interests at heart. So we as a community, as the black community, should start paying attention to these primaries, because the primaries are more important in reality than the presidential election, because the primaries choose the people who will be, who are able to run for the presidency. So this is what, as a community, us as black people should do. We should pay more attention to local elections, and we definitely should pay attention to school board elections, which we need to put people who will vote for our children. Because through the pandemic, and this really showed in the community that I come from, the school district of Patterson, New Jersey, was not equipped, did not have enough. My community, there were not enough Chromebooks to put the children on virtual learning. And one of the gentlemen who is gentrifying my old neighborhood, my old city I grew up in, he's putting up housing which most black people who live there now cannot afford to live in. But he donated 230 Chromebooks to the school, to the Patterson school system, so they could get all the children online. So, yes, so we need to start paying attention to the municipal elections for mayor, for the school board elections, and for the primaries. And this is what we do, and build our way up to getting our own land in our own country. Because America is America. America is always going to be a racist country. It always has been, and it always will be, until we stand up and fight for ourselves. And I support black militias, honest, legal black militias. I support them. I support them 100%. And black people, you need to know you have Second Amendment rights too. You can go get a gun, have a gun check. You don't have a felony. You ain't one of these VOPs, people that don't, not supposed, felons that are not supposed to be in possession of a firearm. Yeah, you can get one, get you a gun legally, and you can defend yourself and go there. That's our Second Amendment right too. You know, we can defend ourselves too. Do it legally, go to a gun range and protect you. Because these people done went, they was always there, but Trump done made them come out the road. They like roaches now, they coming out. They used to come be hid in the dark, now they in the light. They coming out, you see them everywhere. So defend yourself. Young black men, defend yourself. But we need to do all of that. And I know people going to say I'm all over the place. Yeah, I'm all over the place because I got a whole bunch of stuff to say. And right now, I'm saying it right now. And I'm going to say it some more. Little by little, I'm putting stuff together. And, and go ahead and check out the National Militia, which the NFAC, which stands for Not Fucking Around Coalition. Support them, because that's what they need, and they're going to make it international, because black people all over is suffering, because all these fools done came out the corner. But anyway, I have to go, because I got some things I got to do, but that's just what I thought. And if it come down to it, Trump sent a militia to Michigan. His militia people went to Michigan to kidnap the governor of Michigan because she didn't do what he said do. Now, since when you heard of that mess, somebody need to send somebody in there to take his butt out because Trump got to go. That's why I voted for Biden, because I am not a Biden fan. He was not my choice, and I started not to vote, but I said I'm gonna vote because any way to get Trump out of there, because I literally cannot stand this man, and this is the longest election I have ever seen. Just call it, and the Democrats, Nancy Pelosi and them, they just spineless. They spineless. They will not stand up to Trump. He must got something on every last one of them. And Nancy Pelosi, your time is gone. Go, honey, go sit down, relax, enjoy your grandkids. You can still be in the Senate if that's what you want to do, but your leadership is over. Your leadership was very poor. The Democratic campaign was poorly done. You only got a lot of our votes because we don't like Donald Trump. That's why you got a lot of our votes, because we do not like Donald Trump, okay? Donald Trump they had to go by any means. As Malcolm X used to say, by any means necessary. By any means necessary, Donald Trump had to go. So we voted for him. We didn't vote for him. We voted for Biden to get rid of him. And then we'll work on Biden and Harris once they get in there. We're going to hold their feet to the fire, because it won't be another 4 years of somebody getting in and say they're going to do something to help black people and then don't help them. We got to stand up and take our place and take and demand that we get what we need for our communities. And with that, I am going to say goodbye. And everybody have a blessed and joyful weekend.